everyone, this is Becca from Becca's Music Room. I'm a music teacher who talks about teacher tips, teacher life, teacherpreneurs, and all things that might hopefully make your life just a little bit easier. Today we're going to talk about something that is very near and dear to my heart, and that is summer anxiety. Specifically, anxiety about school that happens in the summer. If you find this video interesting or helpful in any way, please make sure you like, subscribe, and share so we can help other teachers as well. All right. So, ever since I started teaching, during the summer, I will occasionally get like nightmares about school. And sometimes I will think about school and it just causes this immediate dread and makes me not so excited to go back. And I thought I was all by myself until one day I was talking to someone at my school and she said something about having a nightmare about school. I can't remember if it was over break or over summer or what, but she said, it is too early for me to be having back to school nightmares. And I was like, I'm not alone. Like, really? Other people feel like that too? I had been beating myself up and being like, this is ridiculous, Becca. Like, what is wrong with you? Why do you feel this way? And other people feel that too. So if you're feeling it, first of all, I want you to know you are not alone. I actually recently took a poll on my Instagram feed and asked other teachers if they had back to school anxiety, and almost all of them said yes. And I was like, I'm not alone. I'm not alone. There's other people. So if you have summer anxiety, if the thought of going back to school makes you want to cry, it's okay. You're not by yourself and it doesn't make you a bad teacher. We're going to get into some specifics right now. So the first thing we're going to talk about just a few things about summer anxiety and how to get over it. The first thing you should know about summer anxiety is that it is a real thing that people experience. Not just me, not just you, like it happens and it's normal and it's okay. I personally believe that summer anxiety happens over the summer just because there's so many things that you can't control about the school year, and you can't even start to kind of try to control them right now. Because we're not at school, we can't go fix our classroom, we can't do this or that. You may not even know what curriculum you're doing next year. You might not even know what grade level you're teaching next year. All of those things just cause a bit of anxiety and dread. And that is a real thing, and it's okay. Having summer anxiety does not make you a bad teacher. A lot of teachers I've talked to have said the same thing. Even administrators I've talked to have said the same thing, that they just feel a sense of anxiety and dread when it comes to facing the new school year. It does not make you a bad teacher to be worried about what's going to come next. So how do we combat it? So I said that I believe most of the anxiety comes from just having all of the things that you don't know. And frankly, you're probably not gonna know until you show up for pre-planning, or maybe the first day of school, or maybe a month into school for some things, depending on what it is. But all of the unknowns are just gonna stress you out. First thing you need to do is just accept that right now, there's really not a ton you can do. I don't know my class roster right now. I don't know what my schedule is gonna look like. I don't know how many new teachers we're gonna get. Like, all of those things I don't know and I'm not in control of. So I don't need to stress out about them because I'm not in control of them. Does that mean I don't stress out about them? No, but it does mean that I don't have to. So first of all, just accepting that it's summer and there's only so much you can do. Number two is think about some positive things. I don't know about you, but when I'm suffering from the summer anxiety, I'm thinking about all the things that went bad last year. Which maybe you didn't have anything that went bad last year. We all have things that do not go how we planned. Maybe it is a PTA meeting that did not turn out well. Maybe it's that child that you had to restrain and take out of the classroom because he was throwing tables around. Whatever it is, those are the things we tend to dwell on. I felt this especially last year because I had had a really terrible experience in one particular class with one particular student, and I just felt so anxious and scared that it was going to happen again. And this year, and it didn't happen again, thank goodness. So this year I'm not feeling that quite as much, but I still, when I feel the anxiety, I realize that I'm thinking about that one time that something happened, or that one day that I was really stressed out, or that one fight I had with my coworker. To combat that, the best thing you can do is think about all the good things. So there were a lot of good things that happened. So for me, I try to remind myself of like my super awesome choir kids and how I had a lot of fourth graders that I get to teach again in fifth grade, and they're gonna be awesome. And I think about, you know, this lesson that was fun, or that book that was really fun, or oh, we've got to do more stuff like this because that was really great. So anytime that you are feeling anxious and maybe dwelling on the bad things that have happened, try to think of all the good things and the fun things and the things that you enjoy about the school year. Like, what are you looking forward to? That might be decorating your classroom. That might be picking all the new books that you're gonna read this year. That might be meeting all your new kiddos. Whatever it is, try to think of some positives. And the last thing you can do is to start to plan. So obviously, you don't know who your kids are gonna be. You may not know your schedule. You might not even know your grade level, but you can plan at least to a degree. So for me, this kind of takes like 2 different steps. Part of it is that I will buy 1 or 2 little things for my classroom. I try not to spend a ton of money on my classroom, but I'll buy a couple things. So a couple things that I've bought for my classroom that have just helped me kind of, it's almost like nesting, you know, when people are having babies and they like nest and want to buy things for it, for their nursery. It's kind of the same thing with this. So buying 1 or 2 things can really help. So like I recently bought this book called This Book is Magic by Ashley Evanson, and it is so cute. It's like interactive where the kids get to like say the magic words to make the bunny come out, and I am so excited to use this with my kiddos this year because I just know already that they're gonna love it and they're gonna have so much fun with that, and I cannot wait to share that with them. Another thing that I bought for my classroom is a couple of these scrapbook cases from Michaels. They also have them on Amazon. I'll link them down below. And I have had my eye on these for a while, and I finally purchased a couple to house my sub plans, because my sub plans are currently just like piled up on top of my filing cabinet, and I want to make something a little bit neater. So this will just help me feel a little bit better. It's something I've wanted for a while, and it wasn't super expensive. Now, I'm not saying go out and buy a bunch of stuff. I am saying just come up with a few things that you might enjoy and just add those. Maybe it's $5. You know, that book was only $3 from Burlington Coat Factory. And just, you know, little things like that can get you excited about the new school year. So you have getting your classroom ready makes you excited. The other thing I find is doing some planning. So I like to come up with kind of just like a general idea of what I want to teach this year. Last year I actually went through and had like the first month's worth of lessons, just kind of ideas sitting down. And that took me through, you know, being able to peruse Pinterest and come up with some ideas, look on TPT and see what they had, and all those things that I might not have time for when I'm actually sitting down to lesson plan during the school year. So those kind of things can just be really fun, easy ways to get ready for the school year and just to make it exciting. And so putting a little bit of planning will help ease you a little bit because you'll have a few less unknowns, and also doing a little nesting in your classroom will just be a little more fun. Even if you just do something by yourself, you could like make a garland or whatever you want. Doing something little to just get you a little bit more prepared will make you feel so much better. So I want to know, do you face the summer anxiety? If you do, please leave a comment down below or hit that like button so that we all know that we're not alone, or I know that I'm not alone if it's just me. And if you have any And if you have any tips or tricks for how to combat the summer anxiety, leave that down below in the comments as well. I want to continue this conversation and just help as many people as we possibly can. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share, and have a wonderful, wonderful week.